Hi guys, my name is Shikha and welcome to my channel Shikha Readster. Today with this video, I'm probably going to hit a hornet's nest because I will talk about few popular books which I hate and why I hate them. If you follow me on Instagram, you most likely already know which books I'm going to talk about because I'm quite vocal there. But right now, making a video on this topic is making me a little bit jittery because sometimes people take it very seriously if you say negative things about their favorite books. And to be honest, I'm a little bit afraid of that. But you know what? There is no point of starting a booktube channel if I can't share my honest opinion about a particular book. And we all have few books or book series which we really hate from the bottom of our heart. So why not talk about them? Ideally, I should put a disclaimer, but you saw the video title and yet you are watching this video. So I'm hoping you are okay with it. Only thing I can tell you is this video will contain spoilers without which I won't be able to explain why I hate these books. So you have been warned, and now what the hell, let's begin. Now the first book or book series that I really hate is from YA fantasy genre. I have repeatedly said that I hate this series and yet I have read all the books because of one single character, which is ironic considering I don't even like the main character, and that book is Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I just hate Selena Sardothian. She is just a teenage punk with attitude problem. This book series is considered as a new age feminist book series, which it is not. First of all, being in an abusive relationship where your mate claims you and constantly gets jealous even if you talk to another person, that's not feminism. Also, it's wrong to say that this book series is a feminist book series just because all the female characters in this book are either snarky or kick-ass, which by the way is absolutely fine as long as you don't claim that to be a feminist you have to be ball-busting females who think that they don't need men in their life. That's not feminism. Feminism is actually equality, and it's as simple as that. Now, I don't like books which include unnecessary diverse characters, but this book series is really very strange. Sarah J. Maas has created this elaborate world with so many characters, and yet the lack of diversity in her books is really astonishing. Even when she manages to include one or two diverse characters, she ends up killing them in horrible ways. My favorite character in this book is Manon Blackbeak. As I said before, I have read this whole series only because of her. When Elide is introduced to this story, you can clearly see that there is sexual chemistry between her and Manon, and I was absolutely sure that they will end up together. But God forbid if we have one LGBTQ plus relationship in this book. So Sarah pairs Manon with Dorian, who is my second favorite character in this book. I like Dorian, I like Manon, but together they don't work at all. There is no chemistry between them, and this ship is completely forced upon us. So because of all these reasons, I'm completely over this series, and judging by Echoar, I know what's going to happen in last book. All the main characters will live happily ever after. I'm a little bit afraid to talk about the next book because I know how much people love this one, and that book is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. To be clear, I do not hate this book completely, but there are certain portions in this story which are like trigger points for me. Honestly speaking, the story was very predictable. Halfway through the book, it was clear that Augustus is the one who is going to die, and that just completely ruined the experience for me because once you know this surprise ending, there is nothing much in this story. I completely hated the cigarette metaphor thing. I understand the concept. Keep the things that can kill you near to you, but don't give them power to kill you. What kind of logic is that? Would you keep a deadly virus in a glass jar, then play with it and then say, as long as the glass jar is not breaking, we are safe? It's stupid. It's plain stupid. And the romance was completely off. There was no chemistry between the main characters. It was insta love. They fell in love so quickly and it was executed very poorly. I recently read Anne Frank's diary, and for me that kiss in Anne Frank's house was very disrespectful considering it's a place of remembrance and mourning. And I don't know why people were applauding in the book. Again, I want to say that I do not hate this book completely. There are bits and parts of this book which I do not like. I really like the portions where John Green talks about cancer patients, what they go through, what their parents go through. Those portions are written very well. But it didn't make me cry, and I cry a lot when I read emotional stuff. Next we have Divergent by Veronica Roth. It's a YA dystopian series. And here is the thing, it is full of all the YA tropes that you can ever imagine. Teenage girl who doesn't seem to fit anywhere finds herself in the middle of a rebellion, society divided in sections, somehow she is chosen as a leader of this rebellion. Of course, the snarky love interest who is older than her, and by the end of the story, he turns into this puddle of ice cream. When I read this book, I didn't know that it's so popular. Then I checked Goodreads and I saw that people gave it 5 out of 5. Clearly, we were reading different books. There is nothing new in this book. It's just a formula story. I can't understand how people gave it 5 out of 5. I tried to read the second book, but after 100 pages, I just gave up. Then we have the Selection series by Kiera Kass. I read 3 books from this series last year only, and the plot is very simple. It's TV serial Bachelor or its Indian counterpart Rahul Mahajan Ka Swayamvar. This book is so cheesy. It keeps playing with stereotypical gender bias. All the women in this book can only think about how to be pretty or how to be a princess or how to be a trophy wife, and all the males can only think about how to be an alpha male. There is a part in this book where main character America's boyfriend tells her that he's supposed to provide for her because he's the male in relationship and it shouldn't be other way around. They are in a relationship for a long period of time and yet they broke up because America's singer tried to feed her underfed boyfriend. As I said, gender bias at its height. Male should be provider and female should be child bearer. Apart from that, this story has also makeup shaming, girls pitted against girls, world building which is flimsy and weak. There is a rebellion angle in this story which is not executed properly. Prince Maxon, who is our male protagonist, he is shown as someone who is very kind and cute at the same time, but he's just foolish. He doesn't know what is happening in his own kingdom. He just flirts with all the girls on his reality show. By the end of the book, you know that he and America will end up together. And the last book is If I Stay by Gail Foreman. This book is ridiculously overhyped. I don't understand why people like this movie and book so much. There is nothing new in this one. I know I'm sounding like a jerk, and the initial chapters where her parents died, it was sad. But after that, it turned into a mind-numbing fest of cliches. The main character, Mia, she's so boring. I get it, you like music, but there should be something else in your character for me to like you. Her relationship with Adam is equally boring. Let's talk about the parents now. They were too perfect to be true. Every 5-year-old kid fantasizes about such parents. Cool, no rules, laid back, little bit of crackheads. But that never happens. That's not parenthood. I kept waiting for something realistic to happen, but it never did. The ending was equally blah and I didn't even see the movie. So these are 5 popular books which I hate, and I'm not going to say sorry for my honest opinion, but I would like to add that my intention is not to hurt you guys. I just want to express my feelings about these books. If you want to say something, if you have something to share, please go in the comment section down below and let me know. I'm okay with criticism as long as it is constructive. And on that note, I'll wrap up this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.